LDF government of Kerala for not conducting a CASA rule, and you are passing a resolution here. What does it mean?
Maybe after the resolution is passed, they will follow the suit.
I'm not sure.
I said may.
So Kerala has not followed this resolution. Kerala party has to follow this resolution.
Yes, resolution means it's calling upon. Okay?
Comrade, in this resolution rally to defend the LDF government in Kerala, you talk about an alternative to the neoliberal policies. But when it comes to Kerala government's most ambitious project, Viridam, you are associating with Adani. Then when it comes to private universities, you are inviting private universities. And in the Kerala state, state conference, you have adopted to invite private parties to restructure the PSUs also, which are in a PPP model. So what kind of alternative are actually offering? When you are following the same policies that is followed by the center.
Young man, for over a century we have discussed and resolved it on the question of private universities. Even when in West Bengal we were in the government. In the new areas, sunrise areas in the industry, in the cutting edge technologies, the private parties are welcome. One. So, there are many private universities in this country now. Another thing is inviting them to restructure the public sector units. Mind it, we are opposed to handing over the established profit-making public sectors to the private players. Private players can open new sectors, no problem. And here is a question of restructuring. This is also, it is resolved and is within the party framework that restructuring of the public sectors, the various players can be invited as long as it remains a public sector unit.
So then how this become a left alternative, comrade? These are blatant imitation of capitalist policies.
Can you tell me one example? You tell me one example of this capitalist regime which can be compared to this.
Regarding the private universities,
You are comparing apple with oranges. Now I am saying you give me one example in this country where the similar thing is done by the BJP government, center or state. Then I can tell you.
So
No, then please say.
I'm talking about the Kerala government recent policies.
Yeah, so you
regarding
can.
private universities and attracting private investments in PSUs. How this become a left alternative? It is blatant imitation of capitalist policies. That's our question.
It's a creative application of the left alternative.
What? Investing private partnership.
Creative applications of to hold back the public sector units as well as its ownership and modernize it and restructure it to make it carry forward. As long as it remains within the public sector framework.
How legally you can ensure the...
It's not like handing over Air India. It's not like handing over central profit-making PSUs. You can't compare it, yeah?
No, it's one simple question. Kerala
Please.
government is very local about applying legal merit and social structure things. How you can ensure merit in private universities? That's our question. It's legally not possible.
How come?
Because the law doesn't say that.
There is,
How
at the national level and state level for higher education, councils are there for state level and national level to monitor that. Please, you have to make it effective.
The issue is that, see, all these years you fought against privatization of education. Very simple. Now,
Commercialization of education. Don't change the word.
no, it's on privatization.
I know.
I also have read enough. Please, sir. When the point is that
Where? Can you quote any resolution?
there are enough documents, sir. Please.
Yes, commercialization. Commercialization of education.
See, you were opposed to privatization. SFI has fought against, SFI has led agitation against private institutions.
May I ask some SFI leader to come and take over?
No.
Please.
Please, sir, don't simplify the issue.
No, yeah.
See, the point
We are
is
asking
that-
party question.
Yes,
Ask the party question.
Yes. So, Here, the point is that now Kerala is happily welcoming private education, means privatization, or at private universities. And now you are saying there are some cosmetic changes. You can't compare apples and oranges.
I have not said cosmetic.
No, I'm saying,
It's your
but
word.
you are saying you can't compare apples and oranges. But issue is a privatization, and that also blatant privatization done by an LDF government.
I'm again saying privatization means some public sector units, universities handing over to the private sector. I said give an example. You are learned enough to understand that. Secondly, he told him that there's other examples and comparing it. I said don't compare with this because there's no similarity. Greenfield developments can take place. We are not living in a socialist society. We want socialism as a goal. But it's neither Kerala is a socialist state, nor even in constitution, though it is written socialism, but it's not being practiced as of now. Secondly, handing over public asset to private, that is privatization. Okay? That is what privatization is called for.